Boss, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this game of Star Bros, where in the bottom left corner has um, ah, pink Protoss. I can't talk. Watzkuh.
And here in the bottom right corner, his opponent from Team YOLO, it is Malek.
Indeed, it is. Let's see what Malek's gonna do now. He does have. He is down 1-0. Let's make sure that's set up right. And this is a best of 3, and he's gonna be on a map he's more familiar with, which I think he's happy about. He's gonna have to think of something. That early pool almost worked for him last game, and he was on a 4-player map. And it was just unfortunate that they were at a...
Yeah, the Zerglings didn't go into the main. They were, not trying to do a run by. The cannon was up, so there was not a lot that he could do once he recovered from that little pathing. Oopsie. And yeah.
I do appreciate you taking over whenever my brain stops, because sometimes
it is my pleasure.
The pleasure to take over for your brain. So we do have watzkuh. He's gonna throw up that pylon again. I think he's gonna go for Nexus first. Nexus first into a tight wall is safe versus most stuff. Only if you go for like some crazy like 8 pool or something, then it isn't safe.
Right.
So and Malek, okay, he did go for pool first. He was trying to go for hatch first, I think. I was kind of missing that for a second, but that probe was being pesky, and he really needs to. Okay, there we go. Good. The probe was making a second turn. The probe from hell.
Dun dun dun. So yeah, Malek now looking a lot more economically focused than he was last game. Certainly not going to try to make any shenanigans happen. And against the Nexus first, I mean, this is, to be fair, like this is the setup you want to see when your 6 Zerglings come out. But none of that's going to happen this game.
No, he's perfectly fine going for that Nexus first. But he's not probably going to make too many drones. He's already up at 16 harvesters, which is kind of gutsy. But no, not really when he saw the fairly fast expansion from his opponent.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
You want to stay on 14 if you see an early pool, usually, just to be safe. And walling completely. Oh, look at that. He's going double gateway. I thought that was a forge, but it isn't.
It is not. It is a gateway for making units, and I think we're going to see a similarly aggressive style coming out of watzkuh here.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting, actually. Malek's going to be in a little bit of pressure, and Malek would have been much better off if he had fast expanded first, I think, versus this kind of pressure, because it's so late that you want to have those extra larvae earlier. You don't really need that super early pool. But he's going, this third base. This is going to be very hard for Malek to hold. We're going to have a group of 4 or 5 zealots moving out soon. And
the Hydra den is halfway done, and I don't know that the Hydras are going to be out before the zealots get across the map. The Zergling from Malek will be able to see it, though, so he will have some early warning.
He will. And he really should, if possible, defend this with units, because he has so many locations to defend. It's going to be hard to do it with just spine crawlers.
Yeah.
So he's making 6 Zerglings. Does he have the... he doesn't have any upgrades, so he doesn't have speed on these Zerglings.
No, so they're going to be slowlings, and I mean, he's just going to rely on the count to get the engagement that he wants.
Oh, this is going to be so hard to get. Yeah, okay, these Zerglings are not in the best position. They need to get a good surround.
Oh, the 4th Zealot actually gets there, and that's a big difference there. And Malek is going to have to pull back. Again, we see an abandonment of the base, very, very reminiscent of the previous game. But I think this time the Zealots will be able to kill the hatch.
In memory of El Bowser, who used to apparently do this. Oh, El Bowser, I haven't seen him in so long. Ever happened to that guy? Anyway, so... Oh, here comes the Hydralisk. He needs to save the Hydra. That's the only, like, real DPS he has to deal with anything, but it's just not enough. This numbers...
There's so many Zealots out here. It's so hard to control this. watzkuh is gonna get the natural for sure. And with the setup he has at home, I think he's in a very good position to continue into a regularly normal build. Although even... I say that, but the Cybercore only just now finished.
Well, if he just, like, I would kind of, depending on who you play versus, I would say just go home because you killed this base, but he can do so much damage. Oh, he needs to attack with the probes.
Oh, he's putting them on hold position, making the Zealots freak out a little bit, getting to bad positions. The Hydras, in the meantime, have done a lot of damage, and it actually looks like he might be able to pick off all the Zealots.
Yeah, he will. But here goes more Zerglings. Okay, so he should be able to stabilize for now, but next phase is going to be horrible. Next phase is going to be speed lots, it's going to be +1 perhaps, it's going to be a lot harder to hold, especially when that one base is gone. And he hasn't made like any workers in forever. He has 11 drones right now, and he's in a horrible position.
Yeah, it's not looking very good for our Zerg buddy here. Watzkuh is still having a Zealot at this third base there. Malek is not even going to bother. He's going to go, fine, take the friggin' base. I will just attack and try to kill you. 2 Zealots here, no cannons up though.
Yeah, he should be able to hold this, but he needs... If he brings a lot of Hydralisks, he could be able to perhaps do some damage there. He's going to get one Zealot.
Oh, 2 more finished just now, and there's only a single Hydralisk here. If he can have those Zerglings buffer, that could be pretty good for him. But this is a lot of DPS from Protoss.
So it's too strong, and GG from Malek, and watzkuh again takes the game 2-0. And he will be facing Kalevi in the semifinals.